Michael's toenails are some of the worst I've personally ever seen. They're extremely thick. The fungus has taken over every single nail. They're growing every which way. They're literally every color you could think of, black, brown, a little yellow. It's something that's going to be a lot to treat.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
I hear that we have some things going on we got to talk about.
Definitely.
What is going on with these feet?
The bottom of my feet have like 2 calluses, right? But what I'm most embarrassed about with these feet is my toenails.
Oh, no.
My toenails are so ugly, like that fungus that's among us.
Oh, God.
It's so tremendous that I don't want to take my socks off in front of people.
Oh, no. So it's like, it's almost like shameful to you.
Yeah, because it's embarrassing. They look terrible.
Okay. So I think we need to dive down. We're going to take off these shoes. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So let's see what we got over here. So I'm taking off, you know, her socks and her shoes, and like, I don't know what to expect. Bridget's feet are really bad. They are dry, cracked, scaly. Really on the inside part of her foot, kind of crawling up her ankle, is like a whitish, fungusy mold looking kind of thing. The toenails look like snail shells. They're thick and they're kind of like curved into the actual toe. Oh, yeah, you got some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That hurts so bad.
It looks like a pebble stuck in your foot.
It's hard. It hurts.
Oh, you can even see the dryness starts all the way up at your ankles. Bridget's feet reminds me like of the stump of a tree, of something that's decaying over time and has been infested with mold. So what's really challenging about Bridget's type of a nail is it actually has multiple cracks and kind of crevices through the middle of the nail where the fungus has kind of broken through and made one nail into 2. If Bridget does nothing for her feet, honestly, the fungus will continue to ravage and take over and make the nails grow thicker. It truly can actually cause a long-term problem, and we'd be looking at massive infection. So you have a couple things going on. Number one, it's not just callousing. I actually think you have something called tinea pedis, which is a type of foot fungus. And it can literally go from your foot to your nail, and they can, you know, share back and forth, but you probably figure it out. And most of that's from like the sweating that you kind of do throughout the day. It's also in your nail, and that's what's making it super, super thick. I mean, that's an intractable plantar keratoma. A callus usually grows on top of each layer of skin. On yours, it actually grows in. So it folds from the skin and it folds into like a teepee and it stabs inside of your foot every step.
Yeah, they're hard and they hurt.
So I got a lot of work to do.
Okay.
So let me get a bunch of instrumentation and then we're gonna get you squared away. I know these nails are bad and the other stuff that's going on in the rest of her foot is also bad. I don't want anybody to get knocked out with anything or have anything kind of run in people's eyes. Safety first. One for each of you guys, just in case things go a-flying.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen is I need to numb up these toes.
Okay.
We're gonna take off this nail.
Okay.
Because I mean, both of these guys are just so thick.
Okay.
So for Bridget, here's what I'm gonna do in the office today. I'm gonna take off both of her big toenails since we really have to kind of get down to the root of these things and see if they can just regrow. On top of that, we're gonna cut out each of these IPKs on the bottom of her feet so she can walk out of here with fresh feet. All right, so while these guys are going to sleep, I'm gonna get to work on the rest of this stuff, okay?
Okay.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and tackle some of these crazy calluses.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get the core out of this thing, okay?
Okay.
All right, bear with me. You feel the pressure?
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
I feel the pressure when I walk on them every day.
Oh yeah, that's true. So you can see, like, even as I get to the bottom of this thing, I need to get that white piece out that's actually like, it's burying itself in.
Yeah.
Bridget's IPKs are pretty buried in there because she's been walking on these things for years. So I really have to work my blade in there to get these things out. All right, so you can actually see it now. There's no more white stuff. It feels better?
Yes, that feels amazing. Wow.
All right, I'm gonna move on. This is the bad one though.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
But
this
it's
one
not-
is worse.
I told you, that's the
Oh,
one.
that is worse. So it's significantly bigger.
Yeah.
So I can take it off. That one's almost in one piece. You can actually see it.
Oh, wow, I can see it.
Now the next step is to take off both of her great toe nails. Some people balk at the idea of getting both nails taken off at the same time. One, they're worried about pain and just like, you know, is it gonna bleed? Is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna grow back funny? But like, surprisingly, she didn't, you know, turn back or turn away at all. So I decided to tackle Bridget's left toenail first because it's the one that had all the splits in it and like secondary to the fungus, and I knew I had my work cut out for me on this one. It's deep in there. You wanna make sure that we take it off as one big piece is what I'm trying to get it off as.
Okay.
I don't wanna damage the nail bed.
Yeah.
All right.
I trust you, Dr. Sal.
All right, let's get this guy off of here. It's tied down. Whew. That is a tough one. Ooh, that thing is in there. So I'm getting down here, I'm getting dirty with this thing, and literally I can't get it off. I'm so worried that I won't be able to get it off in the office right now, and I'll have to take it to the operating room. I went around it, I went under it, it just doesn't want any part of coming off of you. Wow. Good grief, that thing is huge.
Good Lord.
Right? That's how I feel.
Damn.
Whoa. Wow. I mean, the root of that thing, it was in there, girl. This toenail has given me a run for my money. It was super challenging to get it off, so I'm really hoping the next one's a lot easier. Wow. He's halfway off. I just gotta get the rest of this thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
He was a little bit easier. Both of Bridget's toenails are finally off.
My visit with Dr. Sarah was amazing. My feet just feel 100% better right now.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on medicine to try and get rid of all that fungus.
Okay.
We're gonna take good care of you. See you in a couple weeks, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Be good, okay?
Okay. Whew, that was amazing.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're Ron.
I am.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
Patty.
Patty?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Too.
How are you doing?
I think I'm more nervous.
You're
than
more
he
nervous?
is. Yeah.
Well, don't be nervous. So let's start with your story and what's going on with you.
So when I was about 25, the bumps started developing on my toes. I went to a specialist. They looked at them, removed a couple of them, biopsied them, said, well, they're not cancerous. But they really couldn't tell me what they were either.
You had one removed. Did anything grow back in its place?
What's there now is more cluster-like.
Okay. What kind of function or pain setbacks have you been having because of it?
My feet hurt almost all the time. I'm on my feet all day. I build distribution centers, warehouses.
And you have to wear like steel toe boots and...
I do.
Okay.
And they snag up a lot on everything. They split
Oh, okay.
and they'll...
Do they
they'll
bleed a lot?
They can.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Let me see it. I'm excited to see it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take off your shoes. All righty.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah. Okay. Ron's toenails, they kind of look like something from the bottom of the sea. The nails were the coral reef, and then the tumors coming out kind of look like, you know, like sea urchins or sea creatures kind of waving in the ocean. But what is concerning is that tumors, usually they can come up a couple of toes, maybe one or two, maybe affecting 1 foot, but Ron has it everywhere. So yeah, you have a lot of these little tumors on you, on each of the nail beds and around the cuticles.
Yep. So on my big toes, they have larger of the tumors than any of the
And the other ones, yeah.
I removed them myself one time.
What do you mean you removed them yourself sometimes? You just took a pair of scissors and...
Yeah.
Really? How'd that go?
Well, that was
You're
kind
shaking
of
your
an
head
interesting.
like, what? No, it didn't go well, huh?
Well, hey, you know, I looked at it and going, well, all right, you know, the doctor's going to be able to do antibiotics and they might be able to stop the bleeding or something a little differently than I can. But if I'm prepared for it, why not? We'll try it. but it bled a lot.
Yeah. Were
Blood to
you
clean
worried?
up.
Did you come in the bathroom and see all the blood everywhere?
I couldn't watch.
You were just like, you're on your own.
I hurt for him, so I
Yeah.
couldn't watch.
That was the last time
That's the last time you tried, and then you're like, okay, let me just go and see what other options I have.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. You have Cannon tumors, which are benign tumors that sometimes just populate on your toes. They're benign, which means they're not cancerous. These tumors are brought about by tuberous sclerosis, which basically is a condition that causes several tumors to arise. They cause your nails to be very lifted and very striated, essentially. And he also has fungal nails. The good news is that they're pretty superficial, and once you get to the root of them, they most likely won't come back, okay? The other portion, though, is that because a lot of these tumors tend to be like on the nail bed, the plan is I need to remove the entire nail bed and not have the nails grow back. So I would apply a chemical called phenol to basically kill the root of the nail. I'm pretty sure we needed our toenails back in the day, especially we weren't wearing shoes. Now that we're all wearing shoes these days, toenails can be a little less necessary. We'll take this one too. This looks like it's a similar kind of tumor. You know, I can do both of your feet at once because it's not like I'm gonna be doing anything with your bones, or you won't have to be non-weight bearing, but you will have to heal. So you don't wanna hop right into your steel-toed boots for friction, because the biggest things I'm worried about is infection. So for a couple weeks, no steel-toed boots. Okay? So with that plan in place, how do you guys feel about it?
I wasn't certain anybody could even do anything with these. You're sounding pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
You know, which makes me pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
I am absolutely fine with saying goodbye to my toenails.
So it is gonna be a little bit painful for you because I'm gonna go to the root of it. So what's gonna be tricky about Ron's surgery is that there's so many of those Cannon tumors, and I have to make sure that I'm getting all the way to the root of them, because if I don't get all the way to the root of them, they will grow back. Today I'm doing Ron's surgery. So I'm scrubbing right now, I'm getting ready. And basically what I'm gonna do is excise all of Ron's nails and apply a chemical called phenol to make sure the nail's root doesn't come back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and excise all of these tumors that Ron has. The biggest challenge is I have to make sure that I'm getting all the way to the root of them, because if I don't get all the way to the root of them, they will grow back. Alrighty, let's start with the left foot first. The nails themselves are funky because the tumors are disrupting the normal nail root and the normal nail growth. Okay, here we go. All right. So. I'm gonna gently lift the nails from the root of the nail bed, and then I'm gonna just pop them off. I have taken out 10 toenails before, especially with runners. They have fungal toenails that are huge, and then they run 36 miles a day, and they're like, take my toenails, doc, I don't need them. Okay, cool. That's all of the nails. After all the nails are off, I'm able to see the multiple tumors around the circumference of each of his nails, so that way I can take out all the tumors. See, this is one of the tumors, and I can't access it now because, like, the root is down here. Like, if I didn't remove the nail, I would just get the top of it, and they would grow back. Most of his tumors were framing his nails. So once I got the nails off, it was pretty easy to just go around the nail bed itself to excise the root of the tumors. But then there was one kind of rogue tumor that was in between his toes. Little tiny tumor, get out. Get out of your home. Okay, he's tumor free. Let's have the phenol stick so I can have multiple. Okay, so These are cute, little triangle. I'm applying the chemical, the phenol, so the nail doesn't grow back. If it grows back, the nail would still be abnormal. So we don't want it to grow back. This is gonna kill the root. Okay, we're done. All done with the left foot. So now we're on to the right foot. No nail left behind. Ugh. There's actually a tumor right underneath this nail bed. It's kind of right in the way. This is an example of those tumors that was underneath the nail bed, and that's why it was making the nail so odd. So that's gonna go, but the nail's out. Okay, let's have the knife and the pickup, please. Snap, crackle, pop. This is a big one. Right. This one, it does look different. It doesn't seem to be stemming from the root of the nail, but it's embedded in the tissues. I'm just kind of making sure I get all these out. The root. It's just way down in here. I need to get all of the tumors at their root. It's kind of like if you trim a plant, you know, like if you trim off the leaves, you know, they still have the root so it can grow back. But if you take the whole tree out from its root, the tree is dead. It's gone. It's not coming back. This is going to be satisfying. And there she is. So it's good news. I'm able to excise it all in one piece. Okay, let's phenolize them. All right, we are done. All his nails are off, all his tumors are gone. The phenol was applied, the skin will grow back tumorless and nailless. At follow-up, I'm just gonna make sure that there's no more nail that's growing back and that there's no more tumors that have grown back. Okay, we're done, guys. Ta-da! I'm really hoping Ron will be confident and able to walk on the beach with his wife. Okay, see you later. So I'm about to hop on a video chat with my patient, Ron. I saw Ron about 4 months ago. At this point, I expect that these tumors and these nails have not grown back. Hi. Hi, Ron, how's it going?
Actually, I'm feeling great.
I know you sent me some pictures here, so this is looking really good. There's no more little tiny cannon tumors there. There's no more nails.
Yeah.
But all 10 toes healed.
Yeah, all of them are good to go.
Good, and there's no more growth back, right?
Not that I can tell, no. And we even managed to get to the beach and walk barefooted.
Oh, good.
Kind of a celebratory.
Well, here's to many more walks barefoot on a beach, huh?
Thank you. I appreciate everything that you and your team have done.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You know, it's absolutely life-altering.
Life-altering. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Yo, Michael.
Hi, Dr. Brown.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Welcome to the new normal. Looking at you across from the computer screen, your toenails looked pretty funky. I remember you were saying like it smelled and stuff.
I used to wear 2 and 3 pairs of socks just to hide the smell because you used to come through my boots.
That also, too, is making your feet sweat more. You know, it's cultivating more of that environment where the fungus is going to grow. But, I mean, you also don't want to stink everyone out of the room, you know?
Exactly.
I would love to take a look at it.
Ugh, you're going to have nightmares.
Trust me, I've seen a lot.
Ugh.
All right, let's take a look at your right foot.
This one's a little better.
Okay. Wow.
My toenails look like spaghettis. Some of them just swirls. It's gross.
Does it hurt when I press on them?
That does. Even though they're so thick, they're so tender.
Right. Well, Michael, every step you take, they're probably lifting up.
They are.
It has to be brutal.
I haven't worn shoes in I don't know how long.
This one's curling completely under your pinky toe.
Yeah.
Do you feel yourself walking on that?
Yeah. Feels like pins and needles.
Like pins and needles? Oh, wow. When you have toenails that are growing up and, out front, every step you take in a shoe, the shoe is going to lift the nail up. I mean, it's basically like you're taking a nail and pulling them off with pliers. It's torture. They're so brittle. I could hear them.
Yeah.
Wow, they really do make sounds.
Yeah.
My friend, I'll say this. I've never heard a sound come from nails like that before, so you are first. I mean, Michael's neglected his toenails for a long time. And in some people's cases, they just say, forget it, and they decide just to not treat it, and then it grows to the extent where Michael's is right now. As far as your nails are concerned, that's like a classic fungus, which is called tinea ungum. Tinea ungum is like the medical term for toenail fungus, and that's when the nails become very thick, they raise up, and they become discolored. When you have toenail fungus for years and years and years, it's almost impossible to kill that. If you don't eventually remove these nails, you could get ulcers underneath these nails, which could lead to infections and which could possibly lead to amputations. One thing about nails is when you get a fungus on them, they're really hard to treat. But usually it's just on one toenail, then we numb it up in the office and we remove it. In your case, it's on every single toenail. So in that case, what I would personally recommend is to remove every single toenail in one fell swoop.
Oh.
I would take you to a surgery center. We'd put you into sedation. I would remove each one. It will look like you just have skin, no nails throughout the whole front of the foot there, but no fungus, no length. Once we remove each nail, I would assess the nail bed, where the nail comes from, and there's a few ways to get them to not grow back. In my opinion, it's just the best option for you right now.
Dr. Schaeffer's plan is to take my nails off so they don't grow back no more. Then I don't have to worry about getting infections anymore. But I'm very nervous about surgery. I don't like being put under.
It's going to be tricky, getting each one off. I think you'll be really happy. I personally wouldn't want to live with this, and just hearing your stories about how embarrassed you are of them, you shouldn't have to deal with that. This is something that's treatable.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
My hope is after the surgery, I could just go into the water with the horses, start swimming around, just let my feet hang out. I haven't been able to do that in years. So hopefully everything turns out good, so I can get my job back.
Today's the day of Michael's surgery. His toenails have a lot of fungus to them. It's so painful to where it's affecting everything that he does. They need to be removed, not just for himself, but for his health. So the surgical plan for Michael is to remove every single toenail. It's called a total nail avulsion, and then we'll also kill the nail base or the matrix so those nails don't grow back again. The challenge with Michael's case, his nails really grew thick, and kind of spiraled in some cases. So I'm really gonna have to be careful removing them. Maybe they could be brittle and just kind of crumble. It could be really problematic. All right, so we're about to start Michael's case. We're gonna start with his right foot. Each one of these large toenails is gonna be removed. I'm gonna free him up. All right, we're gonna start removing each toenail for Michael.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Right?
As a doctor, there's certain things you just enjoy removing. Personally, I enjoy popping a nail off. Those things are kind of satisfying. It's immediate gratification. The problem is solved, 1, 2, 3, and generally the result looks great. This has just been very painful for Michael throughout his whole life, and now we're helping him with that.
All right, let's get this big guy off. You ever pop a nail off and maggots came out?
No, I have never had. Have you had that
Once.
happen? Oh my God. That's a bad day.
That's nuts.
That's ridiculous.
Right foot looks great.
Right foot looks amazing.
Honestly, how much better does that foot look than this foot?
It doesn't even look like the same person.
Oh, it's like night and day.
All right, so right now we're gonna start on Michael's left foot, but this foot's much worse. So we're gonna remove every single nail so it looks just as good as this foot.
Wow, that one totally curls.
That one really curls.
Looks like a ring.
It's not Cartier, but you know, we'll work on it.
Final nail.
That's it. This is
is
the
it.
last one. Oh, and it splinters even.
Oh,
Can you even get it to clamp around there?
it's like breaking my tool.
Oh, no, it's
It's all right. We got most of it here.
Wow. Oh, that's a good one. Wow.
All right, well, we got the base.
All right, so every single nail is removed. Cool, so we just finished the matrixectomies. His nail matrices are all removed. That's gonna prevent his nails from growing back, so he never has to deal with fungus ever again. You know, Michael can definitely river dance, but he's not gonna be listening to his toes clank when he does it. Everybody responds to anesthesia differently. Sometimes in surgery, people wake up.
Okay, hang tight, man.
Don't move your foot yet. Don't move.
When I'm working down there, and if the foot moves, it can really interfere with what I'm doing in a really dangerous way.
Relax, relax.
Thank you.
Relax.
This is a problemsome situation.
Don't move your foot. Michael.
I'll hold.
Michael. Relax. Relax,
Hang
Michael.
tight, hang tight, hang tight. He's a strong dude.
Just lay still.
Thank you.
They're all good, right?
Yeah.
The surgery went great. We got every nail removed. His nails and feet finally look clean. Michael's free of his toenail fungus.
That was good.
Bye,
Thank you.